Hello everyone, this is Suzanne and God Crochet and Chatter. Welcome back to my channel. Oh, I'm so glad that you chose to spend some more time with me yet again today. Oh, God bless you all. Well, today, guess what? We finished up week 11. Congratulations everybody. You've been consistently studying the Bible for 11 weeks now. That's quite an accomplishment. Not only are you reading it, you are studying it. Big difference, right? All right, now, first of all, Monday, we will read Deuteronomy chapter 16 through 18. I will have all of this in the drop-down box below for you to refer to during the week. All right, today we're going to talk about the Abraham covenant. Now, we knew through Abraham that all the nations, all the families of the earth would be blessed throughout generations upon generations. And that was something quite amazing to hear, I would think. Like, what? I didn't even have a baby yet. And all nations are going to be blessed. I am this old. Well, God's not slack ever concerning his promises. And as we know, he did go on to have Isaac. And he had Ishmael first. And that wasn't God's chosen one. No, it wasn't God's choosing. God said it will be from your line, not your handmaidens. So that all came true. It's good as we can look back through the Bible as we're studying everything. Boom, boom, boom. All the way down to us has happened. It's pretty exciting. Now, there was also another covenant. It was the covenant of circumcision. They were to be circumcised, cut in the flesh. That would be the mark that they were God's people, and God commanded them, all the males, to be circumcised. And Moses, God got angry at Moses because Moses was not going to circumcise his son. And his wife took the knife and cut it off and said, here's the bloody, piece here. Ew. What, why God chose that? Only God knows. But when God says to do something, he always has a reason behind it, whether or not we can understand it fully. Like I was talking to my husband and I says, okay, so God told him to do this and do this to all the males as a mark in their flesh. Well, it's not something you would show to somebody. Do I only think this way? I don't know. But when God says something, regardless if we fully understand it or not, to God it must have been very important and served a purpose. Now, in this Abraham covenant, God promised this, the land. Remember when he said, see, as far as you can see, all this land, it's going to be yours and your descendants. That's pretty powerful. Now, I found something interesting. In Genesis chapter 15, a deep sleep fell upon Abram. This is before God changed his name to Abraham. And then he said to Abram, know certainly that your descendants will be strangers in a land that is not theirs and will serve them, and they will afflict them for 400 years. Now, it seems like Abraham took it in stride, and because it speaks further about the iniquity of the people and I think Abraham had an understanding, okay, evidently they're going to end up there because of their disobedience, which was not uncommon among God's people. But God also promised that they would be delivered up out of it, and they would go on to the promised land. Now, we know after the 40 years, the first generation died off and because of their disobedience, but it's showing here that out of all that, there's still going to be a remnant, and they're going to march on to that land that I promised to your descendants. So God's promises are something to be taken seriously, his covenants. And now we saw through Noah, God's promise of the rainbow, never to destroy the earth again in a flood. And now we're seeing this covenant with Abraham. And I'm going to leave you with this question. Are you at peace with God's promises? Do you really believe when God says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me? Do you believe it when God told us that? When Jesus said that? We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. That's God's promise to us. He teaches us through the scriptures that we need to study, we need to pray, we need to encourage other people, put on the fruits of the Spirit. You know, that's God's instructions for us today. And we can take that promise to the bank. I'm at peace with God's promises. And I think you are too. It's a glorious day to be a Christian. We are living in exciting times. There's a great revival going on. And it is fantastic. All right, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed that devotion. And as I said, tomorrow, Deuteronomy 16 through 18. And I am going to take this on my wall. It just seems like yesterday I was taping last week's. Wow, it's fantastic. All right. Wow, my hair's really purple, isn't it? Woo! Color took good that time. Of course, as it washes, we'll notice in weeks to come, it'll start getting lighter and lighter, and then it turns to the pink. So, yeah, it's fun. We're going to go out for a walk in a little bit. It's a beautiful day out. It was very cold yesterday. It did take us an hour to get to the birthday party, and the way to their house is not a fun drive. It was very stressful because they have, you're getting here, getting there, and then you got all these turnabouts, and you got to make these snap decisions, or, I mean, I think we rerouted like 4 times, but we got there, and it was a great birthday party. That baby, I'm telling you what, he got tons of presents, and, you know, having 5 grandmas, and then all the aunts and uncles, this baby's going to be showered with presents. A lot of presents throughout his life. And maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I think as the children get older especially, if they get too much too fast, they can almost develop, you will almost develop in them wanting something bigger and better with each gift. The older they get, it gets more expensive. And I think they open gifts and like, oh, thank you. What do I get next? Oh, thank you. What do I get next? Oh, thank you. And there's not such a great appreciation for it. I would prefer to see everybody give a gift of money to be put away for the child as he grows older for clothing or whatever. And maybe buy a few things, educational things along the way. But, you know, that's me. That's not everybody. And I know everybody does their own thing when it comes to those type of things. But I just tend to think if a child gets too much too soon, too early, they come to expect it. And they don't develop that greater appreciation. And later on in life, they need to learn to be able to save for something. What an accomplishment that is to get something they want. And perhaps that will develop a greater appreciation for money and striving to get things that you want. So that's just this old granny's opinion. You know, it's not my place to say what is right or wrong for someone. I know everybody has to do that for themselves. But I'm just saying I'm kind of old school on that. But, you know, let me know what you think about that. Oh, he got really nice toys. I mean, a lot of educational toys. And the funny thing is, he sat there playing with the empty boxes and the empty gift bags. It was so cute. And then when he came to eat his cake, they had a smash cake, they call it nowadays, that's specific for the baby. And, of course, the baby eats. Well, once he got the taste of it and she used Nutella for the frosting, oh, man, he was, like, enjoying that cake immensely. It was a fun day. It was a great day for everyone celebrating this 1-year-old birthday. All right, everyone, this is Suzanne and God Crochet and Chatter. I hope you're working on the 23rd Psalm. Soon, we will be starting to put to memory another memory verse. And today, may the good Lord bless and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace, my dear, dear friends. All right, everyone, Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Have a blessed day.